Hello, beautiful people. I am going to do the astrology for the week of September 9th through 15th. These will be out on the 9th because I'm recording these Saturday evening. Because I actually went out and did something for myself and went to my friend's house. Woohoo! But anyhow, so we're going to get started. The first day we have Sunday the 9th here, and there are two things happening. We have the Venus in Scorpio and the new moon in Virgo, So your Venus being in Scorpio, this is about being very passionate. Scorpio is a very passionate planet, and it's about transformation, and it is about intensity as well. Okay, so that being in Virgo, it means in your relationships, whether it be friend relationships, work relationships, intimate relationships, friend relationships. I don't know if I just said that twice, but those will be more intense, more passionate, more people are going to express themselves more, want to do more things like that, starting at the beginning of the week. That is coupled with the new moon in Virgo. Okay, so even though you're very passionate, you're trying to figure out why. Getting things done, you're more adamant about getting things done this week, especially at the beginning of the week, because Virgo is that analytical sign. Okay, so it's all about best course of action, what seems to be the best way to do things, that I can get the outcome that I want. Okay, and especially partnered with that Scorpio energy, you are very adamant about getting what you want done this week. So that's actually good energy. Now, Tuesday the 11th, we have Mars in Aquarius, and this is about your skills, actually. So you'll notice that people you will have the energy of doing things differently. Okay, people may do things out of sorts that you're used to. You can't really pinpoint people's motivations as you normally would, because everyone will be doing things differently. Their energy will be different. People may not be as on track as they usually are this week. Partner with that intensity that can be a little bit rough. People may be doing things out of sorts, and it may not actually be in your best interest, but maybe just in theirs, things like that. So that's something to look into or look forward to, because that's going to happen. Now, retrograde planets, Uranus, that is about financial freedom. So you're still working towards your best goals when it comes to finances and career. Neptune brings in a review of your desires and the things that you want. Also coupled with Venus and Scorpio, your direction and making things happen. Pluto being in retrograde is about still revisiting challenges in life. If you've been having issues with career or motivation, I feel like you'll be having a good week this week when it comes to that motivation. And the North Node being in retrograde is about your life direction. So we're all starting new careers, new relationships, new ways of doing things in relationships, in your careers, to have a more solid plan. Okay, so let's pull an overall 3 cards and let's see what Spirit has. If you're wondering about this deck, it's actually new. I just got it. It is the Tattoo Tarot Ink and Inspiration, I believe. So let's see. Okay. Okay, so we have the 2 of Wands, the 5 of Swords in reverse, and the 8 of Cups in reverse. So So, like I said, you're starting off the beginning of the week with a lot of passion, a lot of inspiration, a lot of push. Okay, trying to make decisions. You may have two different things you want to do, but you're definitely starting the early stages of something, of making something happen, and it has to do with your motivation. Okay, either way seems like a good solid way for you to go, but you're definitely going to choose one. Okay, especially if you're stuck, you're going to make a decision. This is definitely going to help you fix things that you may have felt you were having issues with, like going back into things that weren't working out, and you're going to fix them, or at least try to fix them this week, so things will get better. Okay, in turn, you're going to walk into things, back into things that you have had issues with, as I said before, to try to fix them or make them better. Okay, you may have walked away for a moment, but this is a time where you'll revisit, because you're looking at things through a different lens, and like I said, you're using more unconventional methods, different ways of doing things to get a better outcome. Okay, so here's your weekly reading.
Hello Virgos, this is your weekly reading for September 5th through 15th. I'm sorry, September 9th through 15th. I apologize. I hope you're doing amazing. So let's see what Spirit has for you this week, Virgos. Okay. So we have the Tower in reverse, the Page of Swords in reverse, the King of Cups in reverse, the Ten of Wands in reverse, the Sun in reverse, the Five of Pentacles, the Three in reverse, Three of Wands in reverse, and the Two of Cups in reverse. Whew. This is kind of intense, I'm not gonna lie to you. Okay. Okay, so I feel like emotionally there was a separation with you, possibly with someone. Okay, the thing that's interesting is I feel like you are trying to maintain or start even a relationship with someone, but they may be trying to do too much too fast within the relationship. Okay, and that's not really healthy for you or them, that they're trying to do so much. Okay, I do feel like it's a shock that this person even came back, or that they even want to try something new. But I feel like you aren't ready. It may be a little bit too much going on. This could be vice versa energy, like you're trying to start a relationship with someone and they're not ready with you. But it feels like this person is, I feel like you're self-conscious about what is happening. Not quite sure, because the conversation isn't right, or what it is that you need from them, they're not actually giving to you. Okay, I do feel like you're starting to, I feel like they're going to separate themselves, or you're going to separate yourselves, because it's a little bit too much. It's not fair. It doesn't feel very balanced. Okay, I do feel like there is a person here that is not very in touch with their emotions, and a little bit put off by the situation as a whole, because what is happening, and someone's going to feel put out by it, put out, abandoned. That could be you or them, because this energy goes either way. I do feel like there are other aspects in your life as well, Virgo, that you are reevaluating. Yeah, I do feel like you're not ready to push, or you're not ready to accept what it is that they are giving, or them. I feel like I need to say that this energy could go either way depending on who it is. So it's either you're giving the message or they are giving the message, and the other person is not being very receptive of what is happening. Okay. It's interesting because either you or them are trying to get back in their good graces, but the other person is not ready for what it is that they're trying to push on you. Okay? So I feel like this situation is distracting from what the actual issue was in the first place. Okay? It's almost like either they or you are trying to do a clean slate, but you can't really do a clean slate if there are issues that need to be resolved. And that's the energy that I'm feeling here, is that there are things that need to be resolved, even if they're trying to come back and just make everything perfect. It can't be done, because if you go back into that, or if they come back into that sort of energy, it's just going to fall apart again, because it hasn't really been rectified. Okay, so let's, I just dropped my crystal on the floor. Okay, so let's pull an oracle card for you, Virgo. Sacral chakra. So the reason why sacral chakra came up here is because it's about evaluating your desires. Okay, of course you really, really want something. You want to express yourself, or even the person that you're dealing with wants to express themselves towards you, but you have to think it through. The sacral chakra is all about your desires and your emotions, and they sort of take over you when that is imbalanced. Okay, because you don't really think clearly or look at the bigger picture. So when that comes up, it talks about you paying attention to those energies, understanding that they mean something, but you can't push that on someone else. It means that it needs to have a little bit of balance. It needs to be thought about and evaluated with a little bit more reason. Okay, it just means that that is what is playing a role here, and that is what seems to be important, which I see because you have cups. And it's about the relationship. You want something that is strong, and you want something that is real, but you don't want to do too much. You don't just want to have the relationship. You want to have all the things that come with it. Respect and honor and conversation and things like that. Okay, so that is what is mostly important here. So thank you so much for listening, and I will see you next week. Also, I have started doing email readings. They're cheaper. A little cheaper, and they allow me to get them out quicker, so they are delivered faster. In case you're interested in that, please remember to also like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next week. Love and light. Bye-bye.